So today we have, in my opinion, one of the easiest boss fights in Act 3, Cazador. To prepare for this fight, we're going to want to enchant our weapon with thunder damage. We have a new helmet that gives us an extra bonus action this time, so we're going to move our main weapon to our offhand to get more swings out of it. We cast Enlarge for extra damage. We haste ourselves for an extra action. We take a potion of invisibility so that we can get a surprise turn. Then, once we get up to Cazador, we're going to go ahead and drink another potion. This activates our necklace, Broodmother's Revenge, which gives us poison damage on our weapons. After that, we're going to switch to a different necklace, the Amulet of Harpers, which gives us access to the ability Shield, which increases our AC by 5 for one turn. And then after that, we come out of turn-based mode to refresh our actions and bonus actions, then we start the fight. So Cazador has two forms, his main vampire form, where he is resistant to magical weapon damage, and his ethereal form, where he is resistant to magical weapon damage and immune to physical weapon damage. He also is able to heal every turn unless he is in sunlight or he's been hit with holy water. Since he has such high resistances, it might be a good idea to kill his minions first. But in our case, we're able to pump out enough damage to kill him in a reasonable amount of time, even with all the healing. So we're focusing him down first. Once Cazador is down, there's one more prime target for us, and that is the Skeleton Mage. He may not seem like much, but he has the spell Eye Bite, which he can use to put you to sleep. It's not the biggest deal, but it can be annoying, and since we're running this fight at 50% health, losing a turn to sleep could be disastrous. At this point, I think you can see there's not much tension left in the fight. This is another encounter where it's thematically great, but in terms of gameplay, it's not all that impressive. If you were to take on this fight with Asterion, I believe he gets dominated by Cazador and fights against you. That's super cool and thematic and impressive, but for solo runs, it kind of ruins the experience, since I believe the fight had to be balanced around you losing a companion and then having to fight a potentially super powerful enemy in Asterion, along with Cazador and all of these werewolves, vampires, and bats. So in our case, the fight ends up being super easy because the werewolves, bats, and ghouls are melee only, and they can't really penetrate our gigantic AC stat. Do I think they should change this fight? For this one, I'm gonna say no, because in this case, I think that the solo run itself is the problem rather than the fight. That, and I've never played with companions before, so I don't know how difficult the fight would be if you brought Asterion along. So in my opinion, this is probably a good fight in a normal run with all 4 companions, but lackluster for solo runs. Alright, so that about wraps up this video. If you want to be notified when the next one's out, feel free to subscribe to the channel. If you want to see more from this character, check out my solo dwarf playlist. That's all, see you in the next one.